Hello there and thank you for joining us. Welcome to Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Let's move to the news. SIBU Rural District Council SRDC Chairman Simpurai Petrus Ngelai has clarified that no lockdown will be implemented in Sibujaya. Meanwhile, the 2-week enforcement of the Enhanced Standard Operating Procedure SOP is targeted to reducing the traffic movement due to high cases of COVID-19 in the township.
Setakat ini kita telah melihat ada beberapa kesan selepas kita membuat sekatan jalan raya iaitu di persimpangan masuk. Kita lihat juga bilangan kereta yang masuk telah dikurangkan juga sebab kita tidak membenarkan mereka yang tak ada urusan dan juga tak ada permit untuk masuk ke Sibujaya. Dan bagi yang keluar seperti yang kita ketahui beberapa hari ini yang keluar sebab kebanyakan penduduk di Sibujaya ini bekerja di Bandar Sibu dan mereka terpaksa keluar ke Bandar Sibu dan mereka juga telah mendapatkan permit.
He made this clarification in response to a viral information on social media claiming that the township of about 30,000 will be placed under lockdown, and even those with police permits will not be permitted to travel out of the township. Additionally, only businesses dealing with food, pharmacies, clinics, banks and petrol stations are allowed to operate in Sibujaya.
Seperti biasa, 2 orang per satu kereta dan tempat perniagaan yang dibenarkan juga telah dikurangkan. Hanya yang menjual makanan, farmasi, klinik, bank dan petrol station saja dibenarkan. Yang lain tak dibenarkan. Begitu juga dengan sekolah, kelas semua ditutup, termasuk yang akan menghadapi peperiksaan juga ditutup. Dan juga yang SOP keempat iaitu berkenaan dengan pengkebumian dan juga sambutan Tahun Baru Cina mesti mengikut SOP yang telah dikeluarkan oleh SDMC.
Meanwhile, in Kapit, the level of Kapit citizens' compliance with the implementation of the movement control order is high.
Di persekitaran Pasar Kapit, suasana nampak lenggang tiap-tiap hari. Selepas penyesuaian sebagai zon merah dan PKP 2 dikuatkuasakan, di mana warga komuniti Kapit semua turut serta mematuhi arahan untuk mematuhi SOP COVID-19. Warga komuniti Kapit yang kelihatan turun ke pasar hanyalah segelintir sahaja, iaitu yang turun untuk membeli belah barang-barang keperluan harian dan juga barang-barang keperluan asas saja.
Lating added regarding the economic activity in Kapit, Kapit Tamu Market will be open since the sanitization work has been completed.
Buat masa ni untuk beberapa hari lepas kita telah buat sanitasi dekat market tamu. Jadi belum ada kegiatan untuk berjual pada 2-3 hari ini mungkin besok atau lusa kita akan buka semula lah. Buat masa ni yang cuma dibuka adalah untuk menjual barang basah saja macam ikan dengan daging saja.
The implementation of Movement Control Order in Kapit and Song starts in February 2nd until February 15, and it is the second division in Sarawak that implemented MCO after SIBU.
Saya tengok ni saya terkejut sama hari Rabu ada hujan lebih lagi kuat daripada yang tak ada hujan tu ini dapat jatuh. Itu saya memang heran saya tengok ni barang.
Jalan Mawang became impassable to vehicles after a section of it got hit by a massive landslide. Following that, immediate action was taken to create an alternative route to the village. According to JKR Surian Divisional Engineer Insinyur Oliver Nyabong Jimmy, the collapsed road was 50 meters in length, 12 meters wide, with a depth of up to 10 meters. The cause of the collapse is believed to be due to the continuous downpour since few days ago.
Pada hari ini kita membuat seperti yang dikatakan oleh Yang Berhormat Datuk Amar, diversion, iaitu jalan sementara untuk membenarkan orang kampung keluar dan masuk dari kampung Mawang Tahap ini. Okay. Untuk kerja-kerja seterusnya, kita akan membuat siasatan tapak yang lebih lanjut, survey, SI works dan seterusnya. Kita akan membuat design supaya kita dapat membina balik jalan ini.
Meanwhile, Minister of Education, Science and Technological Research Datuk Amar Michael Mangin Jawong said long-term solutions are still in discussion.
But tahsil ini pun bukit, you see up and down, up and down. So the permanent solution, we have to get JKA to do a design. That means we do like what we do for Padawan All Road. Padawan All Road. That is the permanent solution. That means you have to cut all those hills and make it strengthen and make level. Ini permanent solution.
Further investigation will be carried out, which includes study works, land investigation and design process before implementing repair works.
Kerja-kerja giat dijalankan bagi menyediakan jalan alternatif untuk penduduk kampung di Mawang Taup yang terjejas akibat tanah runtuh yang berlaku kira-kira jam 4.16 petang Ahad. Seramai 135 buah keluarga dikatakan terjejas akibat daripada tanah runtuh ini. Laporan Salasia Safian bersama juru kamera Faitullah Morni, TVS Serian.
The emergence of agrotourism in Simalajau Baru Bintulu aims at accelerating development. However, after being introduced a year ago, little progress has been made. In relation to that, the residents expressed hope that the project in the area would be expedited.
Of Simalajau Baru, Redwan Ayub, expressed the hope that the project will continue its track. He stressed that the delay has caused residents in the area unable to move. He further explained that the village land size measuring up to 238 hectares is suitable for agrotourism activity.
Di lorong 4, kita ada 4 lorong. Okay? Ada 4 lorong sini. Lorong pertama, lorong kedua, lorong ketiga, lorong keempat. Jadi kita memilih, dinasihatkan oleh pihak JKA untuk lorong 4 ni sebagai projek, pilot projek mereka lah. Inilah projek yang pertama yang kita perolehi daripada Maris JKA.
Redwan said so far there are 298 registered landowners, with each one owning a land size measuring up to 0.8 till 1.2 hectares respectively. Previously, the villagers received assistance under the Rural Transformation Program by Simalajau Assemblyman Majang Rengi. However, it was not sufficient to bear the costs of the agrotourism project used to build road infrastructure and provide water supplies. Deputy Chairwoman of Simalajau Baru, Dora Abdul Rahman, said the village residents have high expectations of the agrotourism project.
Memberi satu meningkatkan ekonomi dari segi terutama sekali kita wanita, di mana kita boleh belajar lebih lagi dan untuk mengedarkan produk-produk yang ada agar dapat ke taraf yang lebih jauh, bukan untuk di kampung saja, tapi seluruh Sarawak kalau dapat lebih jauh lagi daripada negeri kita saja.
Malayan banking berhad Maybank is expecting about 1.7 million e-angpao transactions worth over 60 million ringgit to be conducted by customers during the Chinese New Year festive season this year.
In light of the pandemic, the e-angpao service provides customers who are unable to meet with their families a safe and convenient way to participate in the cherished tradition. The bank said it had received an encouraging response to its e-angpao service in 2020, where the number of transactions increased to 840,000. It added that the e-angpao service is expected to grow in 2021 as more customers become comfortable with the notions of sending e-angpao during Chinese New Year, especially in the new normal. Maybank customers can send e-angpao to family and friends by clicking on the e-angpao icon exclusively on the all-new app MAE by Maybank to You from today, February 8 until March 7.
Palm oil investors will be keeping a close watch on export data for February to gauge demand from the crop's biggest buyers, India and China. Eyes would be focusing on the official data on supplies and exports to be released on Wednesday by the Malaysian Palm Oil Board.
CGS CIMB Futures Adrian Berhad said that palm oil futures advanced further on expectations that inventories in second biggest producer Malaysia will tumble to their lowest since 2007 as recent floods and scarce labour curbed yields. According to cargo surveyor Intertech Testing Services, Malaysian shipments jumped 77% in the February 1st to 5th period from a month ago, led by stronger demand from Europe, Africa and India. Citing the overnight news from Brownfield AG News, it said that soybean oil futures were mixed, mostly higher on commercial spread trade.
The spread of COVID-19 within the Pasai cluster from peninsular Malaysia showed similar emerging new variants of the virus originating from Britain. Local Government and Housing Minister Dato Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian has called for greater research into the strain of COVID-19 virus and said that a genetic sequencing study is being conducted by University Malaysia Sarawak.
He said, however, that the Stutong and Kranji clusters in Kuching had genetic components from Indonesia and the UK.
So that's why we are so certain that the one that from Kuching, the outbreak in Kuching and beginning over Christmas and New Year's time, they are originally from Indonesia and they have some British UK variants inside. March, April infection. And to the current infection, the genetic sequencing shows that it's totally different strain now, different variant. The one that we have in the March, April last year are mostly Wuhan, mostly China strains.
Dr. Sim also said that the UK variant in Stutong and Kranji clusters was not the new UK COVID-19 mutation, which is known as the B117 mutation.
But on the other hand, we still yet to figure out what is the consequences, clinical consequences of these variants in the mutation. We still do not know yet what the clinical consequences. That may explain why in Sarawak we noticed that 40% of people infected got symptoms, whereas in worldwide it's only 20% has symptoms. So that all these are clinically presentation. We need the scientists, we need the university, we need people like the specialists like Dr. Chua to go and study more and so that to see whether our Sarawak, the one that is strain in Sarawak, in what way they are different.
Now on to the COVID-19 development in Sarawak. Sarawak today recorded 3 more COVID-19 deaths due to the virus, despite recording a significant drop in new positive COVID-19 cases with 84 cases. This brings the COVID-19 death toll in Sarawak to 53 cases.
According to the State Disaster Management Committee, all 3 deaths were recorded in SIBU and the latest fatalities were 2 men aged 74 and 89 and a 60-year-old woman. The case had a history of comorbidities such as diabetes, high blood pressure and dyslipidemia. Meanwhile, Sarawak's daily COVID-19 cases dropped to double digits for the first time since January 27 with 84 cases, making the cumulative number of infections in the state to 5,760 cases. Meanwhile, there are 15 active clusters in the state. In addition, Lubuk Antu and Telang Usan districts reverted to green status after reporting no new locally transmitted cases in the last 14 days. Samarahan and Subis districts turned from orange to yellow after recording 17 and 18 local transmissions respectively in the same period.
Right. According to the Ministry of Health, Malaysia recorded 3,100 new COVID-19 infections on Monday, taking the number of confirmed cases in the country up to 245,552. In the same 24-hour span, 24 people had died due to COVID-19, the highest fatality in a single day so far.
Malaysia's COVID-19 death toll is now 896 cases. There are 2,340 patients who have been discharged, which means 192,679 have recovered from COVID-19. There are currently 51,977 active COVID-19 cases that are being treated at the country's hospital and quarantine centers. Of that figure, 282 patients are in intensive care units, with 134 on ventilator support. Selangor still tops the states with the newest infections, recorded with 1,196 cases, followed by Johor 490, Melaka 344, the Federal Territory 295, and Penang 209, among others.
The Malaysian Examination Board LPM today clarified that no changes will be implemented to this year's Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia examination format.
Citing a newspaper report, LPM rectified the matter related to purported changes in the format of the SPM examinations in the future is not true, and that no confirmation were made by the board. It said that the report, which was published in the Malay language daily, has caused a lot of confusions to the public, especially to SPM 2020 candidates. The statement added if there are any changes to the format of SPM examination and assessment system, LPM will inform in the public officially. On February 7th, the Daily published a report entitled Wajah Baru SPM on the front page, with accompanying articles on pages 2 and 3.
Alliance Bank Malaysia Berhad has inked a strategic agreement with Bursa Malaysia Berhad today to use data analytics to help small and medium enterprises to enhance their business resilience.
In a statement, Alliance said it will leverage Bursa's enhanced datasets and analytics capabilities to understand the company's financial and non-financial needs. Thus, this enables the bank to quickly identify the issues and proactively recommend relevant solutions to help those companies. Alliance said the bank and Bursa have completed 2 proof-of-concept exercises using the recently launched DBOTS analytics platform and successfully tailored solutions for 20% more new customers in the last 6 months. Alliance Group's Chief Executive Officer, Joel Conrad, said the partnership will provide the bank with relevant data to help fine-tune its business solution for companies. Meanwhile, Bursa's CEO Datuk Muhammad Umar Swift said the partnership is part of Bursa's strategy to expand its data business to suit a wider group of stakeholders beyond the traditional capital market products.
Right, moving on, courier company JNT Express has apologized for the mishandling of its customers' parcel as depicted in a video that has since gone viral in social media.
The management of Perak JNT Express, in a statement uploaded on JNT Express Malaysia Perak Facebook, said it would provide more training to its employees to improve the quality of its services. It said it was a mere understanding and that the allegations about its employees going on strike due to commission payment was also untrue.
Kami ingin menjelaskan bahawa kami tidak ada melakukan tindakan mogok. Kami ingin sekali lagi memohon maaf kerana telah menjejaskan nama pihak syarikat dan menjejaskan barang-barang rakyat Malaysia. Sekali lagi, kami sedaya upaya akan clear dan hantar barang pelanggan secepat yang mungkin.
The statement also said that JNT Express would do its best to deliver the parcels, adding that there will be no pay cut for its employees. The 15-second video showing several employees of the company throwing customers' parcels and shouting was believed to be due to their dissatisfactions with the salary payment issue.
Hock Seng Lee HSL, Next Phase and Malaysian Institute of Architects PAM have launched a design competition for a prime piece of land in Kuching's Central Business District. The competition is open to all PAM-registered corporate members and is offering 100,000 ringgit as the first prize.
PAM members may collaborate with foreign architects with no limit on number of entries. Registration opens on February 8 and will close on April 19, with results to be announced on late May with prize presentation. The competition's design brief calls for a commercial development which can be mixed use except for a hotel. Judge will focus on community engagement for the public and users of the building, optimum building orientation, and economic viability with maximum gross floor area. Judges for the first design competition of its kind in Sarawak include PAM Sarawak Chairman R. Ivy Jong, PAM Malaysia President Dato' Arzumi Harzani Ismail, an eminent Sarawakian architect, an eminent Malaysian architect, and HSL representative.
Drastic measures need to be taken in addressing flood disasters in several areas in Samarahan district. Member of the Parliament for Kota Samarahan constituency, Rubah Wang, said the flood in the area occurred due to the king tide phenomenon.
Hujan lebat dan juga king tide, otomatik kawasan kita ni dilimpahi oleh air. Sebab tu yang terjejas teruk sangat kali ini adalah di kawasan Bangkat Semong, Sungai Mata, yang mana melibatkan orang kata kawasan-kawasan pertanian, kampung-kampung yang berdekatan telah dilimpahi air disebabkan limpahan air dari kawasan pertanian, kawasan pertanian. Khasnya kawasan pembangunan skim air.
Rubia asserted that she is working with several relevant agencies in addressing long-term flood risks, such as building a new drainage and irrigation systems.
Kita bersetuju untuk orang kata menggali semula dua sungai, iaitu Sungai Semong dan juga Sungai Beladin untuk Bangka Semong, dan juga upgradekan culvert ataupun pintu air yang kecil. Dan kita telah pun orang kata memohon peruntukan daripada state dan juga peruntukan daripada federal lah untuk tujuan berkenaan. Dan insyaAllah saya dimaklumkan oleh pihak DID dan juga pihak IDA, sekiranya rancangan kita ni dapat dilaksanakan segera, masalah banjir ataupun masalah limpahan air ni dapat kita tangani dengan mudah.
She said although there have been mitigation works in stages, it is still insufficient to provide solutions in mitigating flood. She disclosed that the frequent flooding were due to several factors, which includes increased urbanization, which calls for an adequate drainage system.
The people of Sarawak are reminded that owning or selling firecrackers and fireworks without a permit carries a heavy offence and is prohibited by law.
According to Sarawak Licensing Management Officer, DSP Muhammad Mursidi Abdullah, individuals who want to import firecrackers and fireworks need to apply for a permit through several procedures.
Dia dia kena apply melalui ketua pelik daerah lah. Memang ada form dia. Lepas tu apabila kita akan ambil vetting dia juga, ambil cap jari, kita akan tengok check background. Yang paling penting, kita nak dia mesti kena come up dengan dia punya magazine. Strong room. Strong room ni dia mesti diperiksa oleh 10 agensi. Mesti ada laporan daripada beberapa agensi yang lain lah.
Among the agencies involved, including the Department of Land and Survey, local authorities, Public Works Department, Ministry of Health, Bomba, and the police. Additionally, Ministry of Home Affairs has approved 45 types of fireworks. However, the permit is not necessarily approved for the import of the 45 types of fireworks.
Satu pemohon hanya akan diluluskan 13 bunga api sahaja, walaupun out of that 45. Bermakna bunga api ini pun diluluskan, dikontrolkan oleh KDN lah. Ini sebenarnya. This means apabila KDN telah meluluskan orang ni sebagai pengimport dan meluluskan magazine, PJP Sarawak hanya memberi kelulusan untuk mengimport bunga api sahaja.
On the same development, General Operation Force Sarawak Brigade Commander SAC Mancha Atta said 12th Battalion PGA Miri seized firecrackers worth 148,772 ringgit during Oplibus on February 4th. In addition, he said the GOF only assists in enforcing law concerning the wrongdoings under the Explosive Acts 1957. He stressed anyone with information regarding the matter may contact GOF at 082-587-222 for further action.
And that concludes the Nightline for tonight. With that, I'm Handy Gui, and have a pleasant night.